Alright, it is Monday, October 8th, 2018 at 12:52 p.m. Let's take a look at the weather. Alright, Michael, now Category 1 hurricane, expected to strengthen. Michael, now Category 1 hurricane slashing Cuba, is forecast to be a dangerous major hurricane when it smacks the U.S. Gulf Coast on Wednesday, the National Hurricane Center said. The forecast indicates Michael may be a Category 3 hurricane, with winds from 111 miles an hour to 129 miles an hour when it strikes. Life-threatening storm surge is possible along portions of the Florida Gulf Coast, regardless of the storm's exact track or intensity, the center said. Well-built frame homes may incur major damage or removal of roof decking and gable ends. Many trees will be snapped or uprooted, blocking numerous roads. Electricity and water will be unavailable for several days to weeks after the storm passes. Floridians scurry to prepare after Governor Rick Scott declared a state of emergency for 26 counties. Heavy rainfall from Michael could produce life-threatening flash flood from the Florida Panhandle and Big Bend region into portions of the Carolinas through Thursday, the Hurricane Center said. The storm now has a maximum sustained winds of 75 miles an hour and is a Category 1 hurricane that has sustained winds of 74 to 95 miles an hour. As of 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Michael was centered about 140 miles east-northeast of Cozumel, Mexico, and 50 miles south of the west tip of Cuba. The storm's tropical force winds extend 175 miles from its center. Hurricane force winds extend outward up to 30 miles from the center of tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 175 miles. Alright. The storm is aiming at a region that stretches from Mobile, Alabama through the Florida Panhandle and into the Big Bend area of northern Florida. A hurricane watch has been declared for the Alabama-Florida border to the Suwannee River in Florida. Tropical storm and storm surge watches have been issued for the Mississippi-Alabama border to Tampa Bay. Everybody's got to get ready. That is a very important point. Everybody's got to get ready in Florida, Alabama, just in case it veers left or right. You have to be ready in Florida and Alabama. Alright, Scott warned that Michael could reach land as a Category 2 hurricane with winds in excess of 100 miles per hour. This storm will be life-threatening and extremely dangerous, Scott said at a press briefing. This storm has the potential to bring devastating impacts to communities across the Panhandle and Big Bend, and every family must be prepared. I think that it could reach up to Category 3, but you have to be prepared just in case for a major hurricane. Scott activated 500 National Guard troops in advance of the storm. Everybody's got to get ready. Don't take a chance, he said. We're going to get storm surge. We have wind. We have a chance of flooding. We have a significant chance of tornadoes. The governor declared a state of emergency for 28 counties. A mandatory evacuation order has been issued for coastal areas of Gulf County, according to a new release from the Port St. Joe Police Department. Florida State University campuses in Tallahassee and Panama City plan to close Tuesday through Friday. Alright, so this is a major hurricane that's going to be reaching inland and affecting the whole coast of Florida here, the Panhandle, and parts of Alabama. Alright, let's see. Hurricane Michael, Category 1, maximum sustained winds of 65 knots or 75 miles per hour, minimum central pressure of 982 millibars, located 21.2 north and 84.9 west, movement north at 6 knots or 7 miles an hour. And then also we got to pay attention, there's a disturbance too, with a 40% chance of cyclone formation off of the coast of Africa. That's something you have to keep an eye on too. Alright, then Leslie in the middle of the Atlantic, and then disturbance 1 above Africa and the eastern Atlantic. Alright, let's see here. Hurricane Michael. Hurricane Michael has hurricane warnings. They have hurricane warnings for the western Cuba area, and then they have tropical storm warnings for the Mexico Cozumel area. As you see here in the forecast, it's going to be hurricane by Tuesday a.m., but by Tuesday p.m., it's going to be a major hurricane. It's going to increase to major hurricane status. So that we have to be very aware and prepared for the people in Florida and the Alabama region. Here is Michael right now. This is a Category 1 hurricane. You see it is circulating. It has not formed an eye yet, but it is getting larger, as you see here in the animation. Alright, let's take a look. Also, something to keep an eye out for is above Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic, there is another concentration of storms, and it looks like to be gonna be traveling towards the hurricane. I don't know if this will make it stronger, but there's gonna be a possibility of rain coming from both sides of Florida, not just the Gulf side. As you see here in this animation, this is gonna be traveling in this direction. So it's going to be reaching the east coast of Florida. So there's going to be rain from both sides. So that's going to be quite interesting. Also, there is rain in the middle of the United States right now, above Texas, Oklahoma, reaching up to the Great Lakes region. There's rain and storms passing by, so please be aware that they already had flash flood warnings in that area. So that extra rain is not going to be helping. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you liked the video. Hit like and subscribe. See you next time, and God bless.